So you want this guy and you want him to want you. So you came to this video to find out how to make him want you. And I'm going to give you exactly what you're looking for. My name is Stefan Labossiere, aka Stefan Speaks, back with another dating and relationship advice video for women to give you the tips, so that the things you need to know on how to make him want you. Now, as always, before we get into this, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video because other people need to hear it, all right? And leave in the comments below a tip or what you think would work in making a man want you. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, ladies. These types of videos, I feel some kind of way about, all right? And I'll explain more in detail why, but I'll say from the jump, I feel some kind of way about it because a lot of videos like this tend to try to teach you guys tricks and games to play to pique a man's interest. And that can become very problematic because now in playing this game, a lot of times you end up playing yourself, as well as you're trying to get a man that you want but you don't need and is not truly best for you. And so I really want you to be mindful of that in regards to, like, is this dude really, this man really best for you? Is this really what you need? Is this really going to work in the long term? Because jumping through all these hoops or doing all these different things to make him want you can end up with you becoming more hurt and damaged. All right. But I do want to give you first some tips that can increase your desirability to a man, can draw his attention more, in a healthy way. Again, because I don't like the whole playing games and tricks, but I do think there's things that we can tap into as individuals that help us achieve the results that we're looking for. All right. So let me give you some quick ones, and then I got a very important message I need you to hear at the end. So tip number one, find your confidence. All right. The reality is that confidence looks good on everybody. Confidence is sexy, all right? And when you are a confident woman, you're going to stand out more. You're going to be able to catch his interest more. Because essentially, a confident woman, even a confident person, but specifically in this video, we're talking about you as a woman, a confident woman conveys a understanding of her value to the man. When you're confident, it's like, I know I'm good stuff. I know what I bring to the table. And it makes a man say, well, dang, if she's that confident, I want a piece of that. I want to know what's all this good stuff she got. And I'm not talking about just sex. I'm like overall you as a woman, all right? So, and it's the same thing again. When you see a confident man, it makes you feel like, well, dang, what has he got? I might want some of that too. You know, that's a very natural occurrence when someone exudes confidence. So as a woman, you've got to find your confidence, because if you are very insecure around this man, if you don't feel good about yourself, if you're not confident, that is usually going to backfire on you. That's usually going to work against you. And so if you are lacking in confidence, locate the areas that hinder it. Figure out, okay, what can I improve that helps me feel more confident? It might be finding the style that works with you. When I say style, your style of clothes, because again, certain people can put on a certain outfit and it doesn't feel good. Like you don't like the way you look in it. And if you don't like the way you look, you won't be confident. And you can put a different style of outfit, and the style is up to you and what works for you. Everyone's different. But when you find that style that speaks to you and that you feel good in, now you're going to exude that confident energy. So be confident. Find your confidence. Be confident. Number two, exude that positive and feminine energy. All right. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to lean more towards positivity in this one, simply because depending on the man you want, and again, like I said, you need to be really mindful of who you think you want and if they're really best for you. But depending on the man you want, femininity may or may not be as high of a priority. Because if you want what some people consider a high value man, or a man who's very accomplished, he's more likely to put more value on your feminine energy. If, let's say you're young, this guy's in high school, he may not even understand the whole feminine thing. Even though I would still argue it still helps in most cases, it's possible some guys want a tough girl, you know, and I wouldn't want you to try to be acting hard and tough. That's not who you are. But, and in most cases, that's not who you are. But, we'll explain that in a whole different video. But the point is that it can vary depending on the type of guy that you want and where you are in your life. So with that said, though, positive energy tends to still be across the board a desirable thing that at least catches a man's attention and draws a man to you. I will say that positivity and femininity is more likely to draw you a healthy man, all right? But again, that aside, positive energy. So you have to find that within yourself, find that happiness, find that joy, because again, who wants to be around a miserable person? Who wants to be around a negative Nancy? That's not what the typical person desires. Hell, a woman doesn't want all that negativity around her either. Why would a man? So as a woman, tapping into that positivity is definitely going to make you more desirable and make him want you. Number 3, showing and expressing interest. All right. So here's the thing that a lot of women overlook. If you notice, the woman who is willing to flirt, compliment, show interest, she can get a lot further with a lot more guys, because that showing of interest definitely catches a man's attention, because men are so used to being the ones that have to show the interest, have to pursue the woman, have to in some cases chase, even though I do not co-sign chasing. But because they're so used to being in that position, all right, and not having the woman always really be expressive about her desire and interest, when a woman does that, that hits hard. That really grabs his attention. And hell, there's a lot of men who like the women that like them. Like if there's other desirable things about her, because simply liking him doesn't guarantee you're going to get him. Let's just be honest here. But if he already sees you as desirable and then you express interest in him, it doesn't mean pursue him. It doesn't mean you have to ask him on a date. Compliment him, learning how to flirt, all of these things. So flirtation and showing interest kind of go hand in hand. These things are definitely going to make him want you more, because that makes him feel good. And that's a very important thing to remember. The man truly wants the woman that he feels good when he's with, the woman that knows how to tap into his desires. And though we say the word stroke his ego, and many people put a negative connotation on that, let's be realistic. Everyone likes their ego stroked. Everyone likes to feel wanted and desired, men and women. So when a man gets that from a woman, it is very powerful. All right. So there's other things we can talk about, but I really want to stay on a healthier approach to quote unquote making him want you. But let's focus on that, making him want you. Here's the thing. There has to be a level of desire in that man already for you. All right. You can pique his interest. You can create a level of more desirability, but I don't want you to think you can force it out of him. I don't want you to try to get a man to want you who's showing you he doesn't. It's one thing when maybe he's holding back because he doesn't know that you have interest. It's another thing if he's shy, whatever the case may be. But if that guy is already dismissing you, not showing interest, I don't want you getting caught up in this cat and mouse game of trying to get him to now chase after you and want you. Because the problem is, even if you succeed, it is typically going to be a momentary thing that it isn't sustainable. So yes, you may be able to switch the interests of a man who's been dismissing you or showing that he doesn't want to be with you for various reasons. But then after he gets you, will he be willing to pour into you? Will he be willing to have a healthy relationship with you? Will he even be willing to be serious with you? Because yeah, he may now want you to go have sex. He may want you to go entertain him for the night. But does he actually want to build something with you? So what I really want, here's the important message I want you to listen to. You got to focus on connection. You got to focus on not just who you want as a man, who you connect with, who has a mutual desire with you, who's on the same page with you. Yes, you should still embrace the positive energy, the showing the desire, the being confident, all these things. I want you to be your best self, because in being your best self, you will attract the man who is best for you. That's the key. It's not about the man you want. A lot of women have gotten the man they want and still ended up miserable. Still ended up in a dead-end relationship, dead-end marriage. It's gone completely left because who they wanted wasn't who they needed. Who they wanted, they didn't have a true connection with. We got to start there. And when we find that connection, everything else can fall into place. You won't have to do any tips and tricks with the guy you have a real connection with. You will simply have to reciprocate his efforts. You have to make sure you put your best foot forward, and he has to make sure he puts his best foot forward. But you guys will be able to flow together, love each other, pour into each other, and have an amazing relationship. So if you came to this video trying to figure out how to get that specific man to want you, I want you to pray about it. If you're not a believer, then that won't apply, and I understand. But if you are a believer, I highly want to encourage you to pray, should you even be entertaining this man? Does God want this man for you? Because if he's not that guy, I don't want you wasting a second of your time and energy on this man who doesn't belong in your life anyway. It won't be for your own good if you try to make things work with a man who does not align with you, who is not the man God has for you, who does not have a connection with you. So I hope and pray as always that you embrace this message, that you found this video helpful. Again, leave your comment below. Leave maybe some other tips that I may have not mentioned today about how to make him want you, so to speak. All right. But again, I really want you to focus on connection and receiving and embracing the man who's truly best for you and that God has for you. So thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.